Alright, so let's say the doctor now wants to aid a new patient. I'm going to show you the patient's module. So from the dashboard, the doctor clicks on the aid patient button right here on the sidebar. So once they click on this button, they are going to be redirected to this section. So you will see two buttons right here on the patient section. The first one is to go back, and the other one is to view all the patients which have already been recorded. But in this case, we are not viewing the patients because we are actually adding a new patient to this system. So let's say the patient is under a medical verification, under a medical aid actually. So the doctor can select the provider, the insurance provider, by clicking on this drop down, and they will see a list of insurance providers. So in this case, my patient, let's say, is not under a medical aid, so I'm not going to be filling in these details, but I'll be adding a new patient from scratch. So to add a new patient, we first click on the prefix. We want to add a prefix of our patient. Let's say the patient is Mr. actually. So there is Mrs., Miss or Miss Doctor, Professor. So in this case, I will select Mr. My patient, let's say the name is Wisdom. Yeah. And the middle name, if they don't have a middle name, you can write NA, or if they do have a middle name, you can actually write the middle name right in this text box. The gender of our patient, is it a male, is it a female, or other? But in this case, my patient is a male, so I write male. I write the date of birth, 06/06/2004. That's my birthday. So I just included my birthday. You write the national ID, my national ID. This is my national ID. The passport number, if they do have a passport number. The nationality, you can actually select the nationality. So my patient is a Zimbabwean. So I'm looking, yeah, that is the Zimbabwean. They can also include the email address, the second email address. So for my second email address, let me write my other email address. So this is how you write. You can add your second email address. You can write a different email so that the patient can be contacted in two ways. Maybe the first email is not working, so the doctor can actually use another secondary address. All right, my full address. Select the country, where is Zimbabwe. So they can also select the country right here. Non-allergies. So let's say my patient has some allergies. The doctor can actually write or not write, so it's optional. So in this case, let's say my patient doesn't have an allergy, so I don't write anything. The paper chart, this is also optional. Some notes, maybe you want to write a few notes about your patient, but in this case it's also optional. But I'm not going to write anything on the patient's notes. And we move on to the contact person next of kin. So let's say the patient has got a next of kin that you want to also add on the patient side. You can also add the prefix, the contact first name, the contact middle names, contact last name, or you can skip this section. But in this case, I'm going to skip this section. So once you click on the skip section button, this system will automatically generate you the information. It will just write something so that the text boxes are not empty. So this is all for the next of kin up to this this part. And we move on to the medical aid member. So let's say my patient is a medical aid member, and you can actually select same as the patient, or same as contact person next of kin, or it's a cash payment. But let's say my patient is a cash payment, so I'll just click on the cash. As you can see, the system automatically fills in the Under this section, you can also select the referral. Is it an external provider or is it from a hospital? In this case, maybe it's an external provider. You can actually search for a referral right here, and select the referral, but we don't have any referrals listed in this system at the moment. And you can write the referral address if you have any, and after that, after filling all that up, you can then click on the submit patient. So once you click on this patient button, your patient will automatically be added on the patient. So now I'm navigating to all the patients section. So I'm waiting for the system to load up all the list of the patients which were recorded. So in this case, these are the list of the patients. As you can see, this is my name. So which means I've successfully been recorded. I'm a cash payment under the medical aid information. My phone number, all my details are written in this line. So let's say the doctor wants to search for a specific patient, so they can click on this search patient link on the sidebar, and they can either use the first and the last name of the patient. The other two are also optional, so they can search using the first name or the last name, or they can search using the Avalon ID or the file number of the organization. So in this case, I'll just use my first name and my last name, and I'll click on the search for the patient. As you can see, the system has already searched me up, and here is my information, and all my files, they're also right here. So that's how the doctor can search for a patient. So how can you edit the patient details? Yeah, I know the doctor might want to edit the patient details. So how do they edit? So they can actually click on this edit right here. So once they click on this or on that edit button, they will be taken back to to the first section, like where we were creating the patient. So this is where they can add the information that they want to edit. They now click on the submit patient, and the information will be updated. To request access for a patient's details or information, so they fill in the patient Avalon ID. In this case, is 13, and they also select the period they are requesting access for. So there is 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. So in this case, I'll choose 1 day. So I click on request access, and the access was approved. So this is the patient module.